What's up, guys? Fun with Knives here. Got the Kershaw Shuffle 2 for you guys to look at. Everyone knows the Shuffle series. They got the Shuffle 1 in all sorts of different colors now. The Shuffle 2 comes with a Tonto tip, and then it is a little bit bigger, and their blade's black washed. So I'll give you the specs, and we'll get into this review. I'll tell you guys how I like this knife, what I think it's good for, and whether or not it's a good purchase for you. So this has a blade length of 2.6 inches, a close length of 4 inches, and then an overall length of 6.3 inches. And the weight on this knife is 3 ounces, right where you expect it to be. It's a little on the heavy side, but this does have some multi-tool functions, which I'll talk about. But if we move to this blade here, this is a Tonto, and a very small one at that. The blade length is 2.6 inches, but I'm guessing the cutting edge is more along the lines of 2 or so. The blade is black washed. You can see that hides the wear a little bit. Looks pretty cool. Kershaw's logo here. You do have a mid hollow grind, nice strong tip. And this side, 8CR 13 MOV is the steel, and this is Chinese made. This does come in that black coloration. It matches a little bit better with the black wash, but I just like Desert Tan. I think it looks pretty cool. This blade is very sharp. I like it for box cutting all your normal EDC tasks, but definitely not anything you expect a Tonto to do, which is piercing. This knife is just too small and too unsafe to pierce. You have a very real chance of your finger slipping onto the cutting surface if you were to do some sort of motion like that. So I've kind of nicknamed this knife my quote unquote tactical box cutter, because there's nothing tactical about it. It's just a cool shape, it's not the best shape for a knife, but the Tonto works okay. So that's the blade. It is fairly thin. It is opened with ambidextrous thumb studs, one on either side, and this thing is wicked smooth. This is probably the feature that surprised me the most, because this thing just wants to be closed. You open it up, comes out really fast, and then look at that. It's wonderful. For $18 to get it that smooth of a knife, and I'm fairly sure it's riding on Teflon washers. Yeah, you can see that in there. I couldn't tell you why it's that smooth. The blade centering's pretty good. So either way, its ease of use is helped a lot by just its ease of opening. This is a liner lock, and all the hardware, the clip, everything is black washed in this too. This liner lock is hitting right where you'd want it to. They're inset steel liners, so this thing is fairly tough for your normal everyday tasks, and very easy to move over, easy to use. This handle material is just the glass-filled nylon, that hard plastic. It does have some cool texturing in it, even though the material itself is smooth, but it gives you good grip, especially with these ergonomics that the Shuffle 2 offers. You get a very solid feeling grip on a little knife, or on a little blade, let's say. The handle's fairly large, but on a little knife, you have a lot of security when you're using this thing. There's no blade play in any direction, which is pretty nice. This pocket clip is kind of a simple one, and it is reversible, but it is only tipped down, and that's where the Shuffle wins. The Shuffle has a tip up, loop over clip. Much better than this design. I don't mind this clip. It's strong. It rides right about here, at deep carries. But tip down is just not the way most people want to carry their knives. So that's one of the only knocks I really have on the Shuffle 2. I think it's great. I've actually even used these multi-tool functions, which the Shuffle and the Shuffle 2 are known for. And you have your flathead screwdriver here. It actually works very well. I've used it with like sunglass pivots and just, the random things around the house just to see if it would work, and it works fine. It's fairly thin. It's not going to, be better than just a normal flathead screwdriver, but if you had nothing else on you, this works. And the bottle opener, I think the one on the Shuffle works a little bit better, but this isn't bad. This is kind of like an ambidextrous one, so you can put the cap in from either side, and it works. I think they carried, out its function pretty well. And then obviously that huge hole can be, you can throw some paracord or something through that, but then that kind of takes away from the multi-tool function of it. But all in all, guys, this thing is an absolute win. I mean, obviously I would change a couple things about it. Maybe I would change the Tonto shape, make it a Warncliffe or something. But for $18, I cannot complain. I mean, I've used this thing a ton. I usually carry it in my back pocket because it is tipped down. It's nice and thin. It feels light. It's just great for opening boxes and packages and stuff like that. And honestly, if you guys don't like it and you buy it, I mean, you're only down, 18, 20 bucks, and you can easily sell this, give it away as a gift, whatever. And, not think twice about it. It's not some $200 knife. And this is Chinese produced. I mean, it's a cheaper Kershaw, but I do like this a little bit better than the Shuffle for its general utility, because the Shuffle is a little bit smaller, and this right here is this little finger guard, just that tiny little area, feels much more safe than on the Shuffle. I wish I had mine out to show you guys, but with the Shuffle, you're about this close to the cutting edge all the time, which is fine. These knives aren't meant for hard use or anything self-defense or anything, but, if you're getting into material and your finger slips, you're going to cut your finger. It's not going to come off, but it's just a worry you have with that Shuffle. So I think this one's a little bit better designed. There's no jimping throughout, which is a little weird to me. You think they would have added that, but this little divot on the top of the blade here really performs well when you have your thumb up here in that kind of Filipino grip where you're just bearing down on something. So I do recommend this Shuffle too. I like the Desert Tan a little bit better. It does come in black. Maybe in the upcoming year they'll release something different in coloration, or maybe even a Shuffle 3. So I think both of the Shuffles are actually good knives, guys, and you can't go wrong with the price point. So as always, guys, thanks for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe. I'm going to have new discussion videos and more knife reviews, and maybe even a flashlight / multi-tool, something else to, change pace a little bit. So let me know what you guys think. Thanks.